Is there or isn't there a main Easter egg on the classified zombies map in Black Ops 4? In this video, we're going to do our best to attempt to answer that question, giving you both sides of the story and ending with our best leads as to the first step of the main Easter egg on the map, if indeed there is one. Welcome to COD Zombies HQ, let's kick things right off. The zombies community is in a bit of turmoil right now. Over on YouTube, I keep seeing comments. Over on my Twitter, I keep getting tweets. The top 3 posts on the COD Zombies Reddit are memes about this topic, and that is there a main Easter egg on Classified, and why does it appear that no one is searching for it? Well, to begin with answering the question of why it appears that no one is searching for it, that isn't true. I know a lot of zombies YouTubers, not necessarily the biggest ones, but a lot of zombies YouTubers are still searching for it. Not only YouTubers, but you guys in the community itself are trying to find the first step to this supposed Easter egg. In terms of the big zombies YouTubers themselves, NoahJ456 posted this tweet today kind of explaining his rationale, saying that he's super burnt out with 14 hours a day on the 3 other map hunts, that no progress has been found in the last few days. There's so much other stuff to do in zombies at the moment. That being said, he thinks there's an ending cutscene. So that's a pretty good rationale for why the biggest zombies YouTubers aren't day in and day out streaming classified Easter egg hunts on YouTube. But now let's get into the meat of the discussion, guys. We're gonna begin by giving you some evidence why there is a classified main Easter egg, followed by some evidence why there isn't, or that it's currently unable to be done. When selecting Classified in the map selection screen and checking out the stats, you can see that listed in main quest completions, there's a big fat 0 there. That would imply that obviously there is a main quest to complete on the map, that we can get that number to above 0, and that the game is actively tracking our time so that when we do complete the main Easter egg on Classified, it can display it there. What people originally believed to be the main Easter egg, that being the Cold War Remedy achievement, Project Scotty, is not the main Easter egg. You get an achievement for it, true, but it is not the main Easter egg. You get 0 main quest completions if you do that. Okay, so it's listed in game, there's still turmoil about it. Let's see what Treyarch themselves has to say about it, and specifically let's hear it straight from the horse's mouth. The project lead of zombies over at Treyarch, Jason Blundell, actually briefly spoke about this earlier this week during the release of Black Ops 4. Let's hear what he had to say about it.
For Classified was to explain the 5. That's one of the things it does, and it explains other parts of the story, but it's an essential part to allow us where are we going from here?
Right. Alright.
That's a deliberate.
There you go, chat.
But it does. But it basically sets up something where the future of the Aether story. So that's why Classified is very important, not only for the people who've been following us for 10 years, but if you have a passion, you're interested in the Aether story and where it's going to go, Classified is an essential component to understand it.
So the biggest thing to take out from this clip is that Jason Blundell is stressing that Classified is needed to set up the rest of the Aether storyline for Black Ops 4. The question is, from what we know in the maps and radios currently, does it do that? And the big answer, I think, is no. No, it does not. It doesn't set up the rest of the Aether storyline yet with the Easter eggs and radios and ciphers that we currently understand. And that it seems like only a main Easter egg and a cutscene will do that for us. Now, there was discussions when a bunch of zombies YouTubers went to Treyarch pre-release of Black Ops 4, got a chance to chat with Blundell. I wasn't there at the Treyarch HQ, but I was invited out to the reveal event of Black Ops 4, where afterwards we got to sit around and talk with Jason and Craig Houston for like several hours in a really casual setting. We didn't know about Classified at that time. During the conversation, I asked him to explain, the background history of 5 because it was one of my favorite maps. In hindsight, the fact that he knew that 5 would be re-released as Classified in Black Ops 4, probably the reason he was smirking telling us the story of how 5 came to be, but I digress. One of the YouTubers at Treyarch HQ named Codename Pizza got a chance to talk with Jason Blundell about this and said, got a chance to chat with Jason Blundell and kind of get his opinions on certain things, and one of the things that Jason stressed was that the main quest and ending of Classified is going to blow our minds. He does say he could have read the conversation completely wrong, but that's the impression that he and seemingly a lot of other Big Zombies YouTubers like NoahJ456 have come out of their thinking. But wait, there is more. If you're an astute follower of Zombies news over on the Zombies Reddit, you might have seen that there's been recently posted supposed leaked audio of the ending cutscene of Classified. Now, this audio has been floating around in the background of the interwebs in the Zombies community for several days now, pretty much since release. It's only very recently been brought to the public's attention. I'm not going to play the audio on this video for obvious reasons, guys, but I will go ahead and link it down in the description if you want to go check it out after you listen to the rest of this video, because things are about to get very interesting. What I will say about the possible ending cutscene audio is that if the Easter egg does exist and that cutscene is real, it does set up the rest of the Aether storyline, just like Jason Blundell said it would. Now, I think it's best to transition into arguments against there being a main Easter egg in Classified with a very interesting Twitter conversation held between some of the most prominent quote-unquote leakers or people that have the ability to go into the code of Black Ops 4, pull out some kind of broad information about the game, and let us know about it. This is what they had to say on the subject of the Easter egg ending audio that we talked about earlier. Matthew Harris UK over on Twitter said, I reiterate, there is audio for a cutscene. The cutscene itself, cut content. Doesn't exist, only the audio. Unless Treyarch have done a better job at hiding this than all the others, which I sincerely doubt. Zombies Alert said, but you're saying that it's been cut with no proof? Lil Robot continued the conversation by saying, okay, I'm just gonna step in and say that this string within the code he means exists. CIN_ZM_office, which is what we assume to be the code name or the in-game code name for Classified _outro. A matching file does not. The only strings left over for the Pentagon Thief, 4 teleporter locations. Here, have them. Thief floor 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's followed up by another prominent leaker, the Woo Lads, offering a counterpoint to that and saying, this string exists, ZM_escape, which is Blood of the Dead _outro, a matching file does not, but he's saying the Blood of the Dead outro obviously exists, the Voyage outro is pre-rendered as well, and a matching file does not exist. He's basically saying that just because the ZM Office outro file does not have a matching file doesn't mean there isn't an ending cutscene, if that makes sense to you guys. But again, it's important to note that there is an argument for both sides here. Obviously, it's been noted that when you hop into a game of Classified and you look for the string of text that kind of give you a hint as to what Easter egg step you're on, like it does on Blood of the Dead and 9 and Voyage, it does not exist on Classified. There's a yellow smoky smudge where it should be. If the main Easter egg itself doesn't exist, or that it is in fact cut content from the game, then it would explain why we haven't found anything related to more steps for this main Easter egg in over a week after launch, after thousands and thousands, I dare say hundreds of thousands of people have played the map many times. You would think that something as important as a main Easter egg that Treyarch have spent so much time into that people are going to be doing over and over again once it's finally revealed would have found the first step, the first clue to do it by now, but it appears like we haven't. Now, there is 2 other very interesting options here associated with the main Easter egg not being in the game right now, and that being that option A, it's not in the game right now in full, but will be added into the game at a later update. because the ending cutscene for Classified needs the Blood of the Dead ending cutscene in order to make sense. It's a chronology. You have to see Blood of the Dead before you see Classified in order for Classified to make sense. Therefore, Treyarch is going to patch in the Easter egg at a later date once Blood of the Dead had been solved and people can check out the cutscene for a significant amount of time. They'll put the Easter egg back into the game, unlock it for everyone as we know they can do, and la-di-da, we have the Classified main Easter egg. That is an option. They could do that. The other option is that the Easter egg is in the game right now, but it is currently bugged so that it's unable to be started. Unpunk Croc over on Twitter saying this, so I cannot confirm this information to be 100% accurate, but I had a good source tell me that the Classified Easter egg quest might be broken right now, / the steps don't work. And this is a very interesting argument because it wouldn't be the first time in Black Ops 4 that a major part of an Easter egg was bugged and is still bugged as of recording this video so that we don't even hear its contents. If you guys weren't aware, there was a clip of Blood of the Dead that a Twitter user shared where Stuhlinger, one of the transit crew, begins talking to Richtofen when he's doing the Blood of the Dead main Easter egg.
12,042 bottles of beer on the wall. 12,042 bottles of beer.
He's got lots of dialogue talking to Richtofen that for whatever reason is bugged right now, that isn't playing when it should be. A major part of that Easter egg's backstory is bugged, we can't hear it. Therefore, is it so outside the box to assume that maybe the whole Classified main Easter egg or just the first step is broken right now, and that's why no one's found anything. So there's definitely compelling arguments for both sides of this debate, guys. But let's get into our best leads for the first step of the main Easter egg, if we are assuming there is one. The best current lead on the map involves knifing with the Bowie knife all of the crooked presidential portraits on the main level of Classified. When you do that, you head over to the war room, you interact with the shadow portrait, it reveals itself to be Primus Nikolai, and the Richtofen portrait besides it fades back into the shadows. No one's found the step to do after this. There is still some crooked presidential portraits on the map, like this portrait of George Washington within the war room that is still crooked, could involve something like that. But on the other hand, there has been some people saying that there is nothing to do after this step. It doesn't link to anything within the code. Of course, we're not 100% sure. Then, of course, there is the machine on Classified that we can enter codes into. It's used for the Cold War Remedy Easter egg, but perhaps it has another use for the main Easter egg, that we have to enter a certain code into this machine that we don't know yet in order to begin the first step of the egg. So those seem to be the two best leads for the main Easter egg of Classified. I'd love to know if you guys think there is a main Easter egg on the map. Let me know down in the comments, or I'll even include a poll here on YouTube, guys. It's in the upper right hand corner of your screen. You should see it pop up right now. Tap that. Let me know whether you think there's an Easter egg on the map or not. But I would like to say, whether you do or don't believe there's an Easter egg on the map, that doesn't mean you should stop searching for one. You guys in the community are supremely important right now. If the big YouTubers aren't going to be streaming the hunt, it's up to the community itself to keep that hunt going. If the first step exists, it's going to be one of you guys that finds it and kickstarts this hunt all over again. But that wraps up this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please smash that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our coverage of Black Ops 4 Zombies Easter eggs is continuing throughout the release here. There's so much stuff still to be found within Black Ops 4 that I'm super excited to share with you when it does get found. But I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you with another Zombies video tomorrow. Peace.